Hey beautiful people, April Mack here, and I wanted to chat to you again today about my beautiful program Goddess that's coming through me, and it will be coming out soon, and I'm sharing with you guys behind the scenes on how I create soul-led courses, and this is something I've been working on this year, is producing courses that feel aligned with who I am as a person, who I am on a soul level. And if this is something that's of interest to you, I'm sharing with you how I do that. And also you might be interested in the program itself when it comes out, because it'll be coming out soon. So if you were watching yesterday, then you will have seen me take my beautiful course Goddess on a date to a coffee shop, and I went with a blank sheet of paper and just sat there, had cups of tea and coffee, and just tuned in to what was coming through. And then I ended up with a long page of notes that goes over 2 pages about what this program truly is. And it's still emerging. It's not complete yet. The process isn't complete, but I wanted to share with you what the next steps are that I'm taking to bring this to life. And so if you're watching, let me know who you are. Give me a love heart or hashtag with a hello. And if you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, so I know you're here. And please do feel free to ask questions as we go, because I do love to have a chat if you want to. So now that I've got this page of notes, basically what came through is like a brainstorm, where it's just, I ask the program, what do you want to be? Who are you for? What are the themes? And this all sort of comes pouring out. And lots of words on the page, which then starts to give me a feel for, oh, okay, what is this thing? So it's called Goddess, but I was like, well, what is it? How long is it going to be? And what am I actually going to share? What's the experience going to be for people? And all these beautiful words come out, like passion, purpose, power, tuning into your goddess within, trusting your inner guidance, your heart as your compass, live and lead from your goddess nature, being a human and a goddess. These are all the sorts of things that started coming through. Receiving, being a receiver of, rather than being a doer. You're receiving and being a channel, opening your channel. And yin and yang, the feminine and masculine balance. These are all the things that are coming through for what this thing is. It's going to be an energetic expansion for the people who do it. It's going to be a balancing of the feminine and the masculine, more harmony in our life, in our being, and more heart in what we do, more guidance from our intuition. These are all the sorts of things, but still not tangible enough for me yet to put a full program together. But things have started coming through in terms of content buckets, so I'm starting to list those out, and I've got a timeline. Prices have dropped in for different levels that people can enter. So that's the level of detail that I've got now, which means for me the next steps are what I'm going to share with you. So the next steps are that I'm going to start posting about it and telling people what this thing is, start giving out the flavour. And what happens for me is when I'm going to teach something or share an experience with people, I start to embody that more. So like this morning I got up and I was all very goddessy, and I had to wear a dress, and I did a meditation and really tapped into my goddess. And I've got a painting of my goddess that Christina Sequeira, if anyone knows of her work, she paints beautiful power portraits of your inner goddess. So she tunes into your inner goddess and paints it. So I had her there, and I did my meditation this morning, and I'm really tuning into the essence of what it is that I will be delivering. So the next steps for me as well are coming up with a tagline for what this thing is, coming up with some dates, and really honing in on what the outline is for it. And so basically over the next few days, I'll just keep dancing with it, keep going back, tuning in, writing more notes, and I'll start posting about it. I'll say coming goddess, coming soon, and start giving, little snippets of the themes that are coming through. And that way I can also see how people respond to that, and see what are they thinking, and, what are they asking about. I also might do things like check with my oracle cards and say, you know, ask for guidance through that process or other processes that I use. So the keeping on tuning in is what I do, tuning in, not thinking of this from so the way I would have used to do it, because my background is corporate, as some of you may know, I would have planned this all out very methodically and thought, okay, what do my audience need? What is it that they want? You know, what should I be teaching? All of that sort of thing. Whereas this is completely different. This is a completely different process. It's me asking my soul, what am I here to do? And so if you've watched this from the start, you'll know that I asked for a sign on whether Goddess was going to be my next offering, and I got a sign. I asked to see or hear the something about a white rabbit, and I got the sign. So if you're interested in that, you've got to go back and have a look at one of my lives, because it's quite funny, a funny story. But so that's the process I use. It's not like, oh, strategic, what should I be teaching, and you know, what are people here to learn from me? It's not that. It's me teaching from my heart, teaching from my soul, and I trust that the people who need what I have to offer are going to find me. Somehow they're going to find me. Universe is going to send them to me. I'm going to pop up in their Facebook feed, or a friend is going to tell them about me. And that's how I'm trusting that process will work, and that the right people will find me, the people who need what this is about. And so that's very different to how I've done business in the past. And I'm actually finding that it's a little scary, because I have to trust that the universe and the divine knows what I'm here to do, which of course it does. But sometimes, you know, I can go back into my old ways and go, oh, you know, well, what do people want? And it's not about what people want. It's about what I'm here to do. And if I stand strong in that and deliver that, then a magic happens. So the time that I did that the very best was when I delivered Shine, which is a program I'm still running, which is just about to finish in a couple of weeks. And it's been my most magical, beautiful program ever. And I've had massive transformations for the people in there. And that was a soul created course. The other thing that I've created is a mastermind called Diva, which is for divinely inspired valiant action takers. And again, that was soul led. I got the calling to create that beautiful group, and that is an ongoing group that I absolutely love. If you're interested in knowing more about that, let me know, because you can join that at any time. Anyway, so it's doing it very differently to how I used to do it. So the next steps for me now will be, I need photos to go with this promotion that I will be letting people know. So because it's a goddess, I want photos of me looking like a goddess, you know, and so I would either go and get professional photos done if I had the time, but I don't. Time and budget you need, like, because it's not cheap to do. If I had that, I would go and get professional ones done, but I'm just going to probably take my own, or see how I go with that. A lot of the photos you see of mine here online are selfies that I take myself. I've got a really good phone with a great camera, and I've learned how to create beautiful selfies. So if you want to know how to do that, let me know, because I can put you in touch with a beautiful soul who teaches that. So yeah, that'll be next. So some photos to go with it. So I'll get the branding, I'll get the tagline, I'll get the dates. And what will happen is I'll probably book in a session with my coach, and I'll bounce all of the ideas off her. I'll tell her how it's all come together. She might suggest a few tweaks, and then I will launch, and I'll launch it for a good 4 weeks, because I want to give people time to come into it. So I'll create a landing page. That's kind of almost the last thing I do. So I can actually be promoting this, putting it out there, change the banner on my Facebook page, and just start talking about it, sharing it, and really embodying the goddess within me to bring the people in. I start doing manifesting, so I'll start calling people in, like I do a little meditation each day, and ask for the universe to send me the souls who really need what I'm here to share. And that's how it works, pretty much. It's pretty simple. So this is how I create soul-led courses. It's a simple process. Like you can see, there's no tech really behind it. It's come up with an idea first, like let that drop in. So be quiet enough to let the idea drop in. Then, you know, take it out on a date, go sit down, do a whole bunch of brainstorming notes, maybe bounce it off people if you need to. And then you start sharing it, do the photos, start sharing it. And then once I've sold some, I will then create a private Facebook group. So I actually don't create the container or do any work, so to speak, until I have people enrolled. Because I trust and I know, because I've done it now quite a number of times, that I will know what to teach. I basically create enough content on a single sheet of paper that I can then run the whole course. Like it won't require any more than that. And then for each session that I schedule in and turn up to, I do meditations beforehand. I bring my full soul self to those and absolute magic happens. So I've just been running a session now with the people in my Shine program, and it's an incredible experience for all of us. It's just magical, but that's because I'm trusting that I will be led to do what they need me to do, and I just show up and I do that. I don't do too much planning because it all has to just be led by the divine in the session, actually, is what I do. So the main preparation I do is getting myself into the state of being a channel. That's how I work. So, thank you. Beautiful earrings, aren't they? I love them too. They're my absolute favourites, so you'll see them a lot. I've got another pair, 2 pairs that are my favourites, so I'm always in them. Thanks for that. So, yes, that's pretty much it. And then I'll be doing the launch. So, what I'll probably do today is post, you know, Goddess coming soon, hashtag Goddess, give a few little bits of the flavour of it and what it's, you know, going to be to start, you know, building some buzz around it and getting people interested in coming in and seeing how it lands. So when I launched my Shine program, I put it out there, put the name, I had the tagline, and I put a few details, and I had people asking immediately, when can I join? How can I join? How can I get in? And, you know, I was freaking out a bit because that was a super expensive program, which was the first of that level that I was delivering. And I was like, oh no, once they find out the price, they're not going to want to come. But of course they did because they needed to, and it's been so beautiful. So yeah, it's just such an interesting process. And if you've got any questions on it, I'd love to hear what they are, and I'll come back and look at them later. But stay tuned because there'll be more details coming online. And if you're interested in it, let me know, just so I know that, you know, people are interested in taking part in Goddess. I know that there's a few people who are waiting to hear what it is, but it's interesting. If you're trusting your soul, what's your soul saying about doing a program like that? Does it feel like it's something you're being called to? So that's it from me. I'll see you online soon. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Lots of love.